Nice. Delete. So I just goofing around, made a character just to play. I've got water boiling. Gonna make some spaghetti. It's Sunday, chilling. I just don't want to do anything serious. I just want to play for fun. And my favorite fun town is Qeynos. And my favorite fun idea of playing a character today would be Wizard. Just because. I don't know why. Do I even have spells? I do have spells. Shock of Frost. I've got a candle. Got a dagger. Get rid of that book. Let's move this up here. Oh my god, everything is so goofy when you first log in. Okay. Let's set this timer for 45 minutes. I got the water on low heat right now. But I'm gonna just run over. We gotta do the thing first, you know. Turn in this note. It doesn't matter, does it? Nah. In fact, while I'm here, let's get our first nice spell. So to do this, we're gonna turn in the note, but also I'm just gonna do a quick quest to get some cash flow. Run over here, jump off the docks, grab a tool, fishing kit, what is it called? Toolbox, fishing box, tackle box. Turn the volume down, it's so loud. There we go. I need some money, that's why I'm doing this real quick. Creamy. So I must have tried 35 different names, and this is the first one that went through. Jeez. All right, give me some XP and some money, please. We gotta move all these things around. They're just not right. All right, and I got a little XP. Turn it in over here for some more money. And I got 13 copper. That's not bad. I need enough to buy a spell. I'm not sure exactly how much your first spells cost, but we're gonna go over here. Turn it into this duder. More experience, more money. So he gave me 3 silver, 3 copper. Not too bad. Gonna go down in the sewers. Good thing I got a candle because it's gonna get dark. We do not like darkness. Oops, wrong way. Follow the bones on the ground. It leads you the way to the dungeons. Let me get some music going. I got water boiling. Whoa, look at this. Indifferent, thankfully. They won't touch me, but that's kind of spooky. Imagine being a noob back in 1999, you see that? Apprehensive, okay. I should be fine turning in this stuff here. There's a bank right there too. Pass up all these jokers. I'm agnostic, so I did that so I wouldn't have any issues turning in quest. Garuk, you're the man. Last part of the quest. Experience, and he gave me no coins, but he did give me this armor piece, which I cannot wear. It is patchwork pants, 4 AC. Not too bad, honestly, is it? Fixing windows again. Selling it for 1 gold. Now I have enough to buy a spell. Let's go head over to the people for the spell people. Here's the bank. Let's go ahead and talk to the dirty banker. Fix all these windows here. Okay, I'm gonna consolidate. Oh man. So I have 1 gold, 8 silver. That's not a whole lot. I hope I have enough. If I don't, we'll just do that quest one more time, just for a little extra cash flow. So I'm gonna head out and we're gonna go right back to the vendors. I'll just show you since it's quick. quick run there. Try not to do too much traveling. Everyone knows this area. Ooh, alright. I think it's this way. Nope, it's this way. Going back up stairs to the town. Now, let's pray that I have enough for spells. I believe I do. We're close to the bank. Right here, there's vendors for magicians, wizards, enchanters. All kinds of casting class. Past the bank. Here's the wizarding area. Train some skills too. Alright, I found a spell called Frost Bolt. I have Shock of Frost, but I don't have Frost Bolt. Let's buy Frost Bolt. I have just enough to buy it. Or Numbing Cold. Which one's better, Numbing Cold or Frost Bolt? Let's look them up. Okay, Numbing Cold is point blank area effect. I need Frost Bolt. Here we go. Double check it again. Yeah, that's it. Now let's head out of town. And here's the trainer. One into Sand's heading. One into swimming. I don't care. Let's just put it all in this swimming. I'm wasting time. Heading out of town now. Checked experience. I'm already a third of the way through the level. I came back after turning in my note. Gehilleth. Here's my guildmaster. Need some armor. And a little experience. Put my new spell on. It's my good one. Put the spells up. Spells are memorized. Let's head out of town and get some money for bags. Buffing myself up for action and fixing my windows. Picking my first victim. A large rat. Gonna test the limits of my max distance here. Starting out with Frostbolt. Okay, I hit him. Let's do it again. 4 damage. I'm out of mana. I'm also struggling. I'm going to try to do Shock of Frost now. Not enough mana. So it says I fizzled on my spell. It looks like I need to run away. About to retreat from this action. At least my offense and defense are increasing. Time to run. All right. Recover hit points. Mana and hit points are recovered. This time I'm going to go for an old pup and I'm going to use Shock of Frost. So these do 4 damage as well. It looks like I can get 3 off, and I finished off, killed my first kill. Got some copper and silver. I'm not going to bother with any quests. Just going to kill. So there's a difference in the cost and mana. The damage is the same. Shock of Frost cost 8 mana. Frostbolt costs 10 mana, so let's just go ahead and do the cheapest one on a snake. 4 damage. Got him down to half life before he even reaches me. Ooh. Think we should rest up again. About 70% through this level. Let's get back in it. This time a rat. I'm going to use the long-ranged Frostbolt. Back up. Again, it's only 4 damage. And it does cost more mana, so it's not as efficient as using Shock of Frost. So if I do that, I'm only allowed to cast 2 spells before I'm out of mana. Max hit points right now is only 26 hit points. Pretty low. My total mana. Trying to find it. Eef. Gotcha. I've recovered enough mana in the middle of that fight to get off one last spell. And now I'm already having to recover. After every fight I have to sit and rest. I can't find where my max mana is. Time to change my UI. Let's load up a UI. How about we do Duxa UI? And now I'm able to tell that my maximum mana is 24. So when it costs 20 to cast a spell, I'm only able to do 2. If I can do an 8 mana spell, it gives me just enough to cast 3 spells. Shock of Frost. I'm going to go ahead and start on a snake again. Oh, skeleton. Well, darn it, my spell icons are screwed. See that? The icons don't show up on my bars. Ooh, Fizzle took away my mana. Partial resist. It only did 1 damage. Might lose. Prepare to run. Yikes. Oh, it can go either way. Nice. RNG. Oh, come on. Trying to cast Shock of Frost on that null pup. He's going towards the gnome. At the very minimum, I'm getting piercing skill and I run. Let's just run. Ah, Fippy. It's almost easier just to turn in those quests to level up the first level. But we need to raise skill anyway. A queen. Awesome. Let's go in town and sell. Let's buff up. So my mana just doubled. It went from 24 to 48. Hit points went from 26 to 42. And now let's check and see how much our spells do. They were doing 4 damage each. Frost of Bolt took 8 mana, and Shock of Frost took 8 mana, and Frost Bolt took 10 mana. Alright, I'm not going to wait because that gnome is also killing things around here. I want that skeleton. It gives you coins, and it gives you money. Shock of Frost was doing 4 damage. Now it's doing 5 damage. See how much better it got? And I've got a piece of armor. That's why I was jumping in the fight. Claw Sandals takes my AC from 18 to 21. Time to recover. Alright, not recovering too long. Well, the gnome took it away. Alright, I'll fight a snake. I'm letting mana regenerate while I melee things. Gaining defense and piercing right now. Things I need. See, at level 2, what does Fippy consider yellow? I mean, when I'm level 3, I can just wait every 8 minutes he spawns and just kill him. It's not a bad spawn. I want that null pup. That greedy gnome. That's my knoll. Well, there's another for me. So let's try the other one, Frost Bolt. It's got a lot more range. You can see it's a projectile, which means it can miss its target. It did 5 damage. So it's got more range, which is a good thing. Look at that, it didn't even touch me. Another. Alright, let me go check on my water. After I finish this guy off, I had the heat on low so I know it wouldn't boil over. But I put a lid on the pot so it preserves energy. I think the way things boil is you heat things up and it increases the average kinetic energy of all the water molecules. Water likes to bind together, form a liquid. So for it to boil, you have to really heat it up to while the kinetic energy of the water molecules can escape the bonds. And if you cap it, it increases the pressure above the surface of the water. Alright, looks like nothing to fight. This video is now 22 minutes long. Oh, a skeleton. That greedy gnome. It's mine. Oh yeah, skills are getting better. How much easier things have gotten already. And I got a piece of armor. So AC goes from 27 to 30. Bone chips. Time to rest. Whoa, Skelts just walks right by me. Let's get him over here, away from the guard. Let's see the projectile up close. See how it lights up the ground? That is so cool. Partially resisted, only did 1 damage. So the idea is if you got the longest range projectile, you backpedal after casting while the spell's refreshing. You can get at least, you can get 3 spells off before they reach you. And that's the goal. I see one with a weapon. I need it. With this I can get a backpack. Oh, and armor. So AC increased by 1. Let's go into town and sell things. It's so dark. Maybe if I have enough, I'll get a lantern too. Alright, time to sell. Let's see what I get out of my new loot. 2 gold, 8 silver. That's a lot. Selling the bone chips as well. I need every bit of money for a lantern and backpack. Okay, so large lanterns, 2 gold. That's too much money. Let's buy the backpack first. Heading over to the monk guild for a backpack. I didn't realize backpacks cost 5 gold. So I think a torch should be more light than a candle, but let's just go with a small lantern. I think that's even more light. I'm way off from being able to afford. Hey, look at this quest. I'll send one of my best men to High Pass to eliminate Rugen's spy. I'm not familiar with that quest. So let's check the light radius from a candle to a small lantern. Let's get in a real dark area over here. Zoom out. You can see the radius on the ground. See that? Now we're going to switch from a candle to a small lantern. Look how much better the radius increased by. I'm looking for skeletons if possible. That gnome is really hampering my style right now. Just do a bat. Turn up the heat on my water. So what I like to do is I have ground beef, 93% lean. Gonna cook it up in a skillet, throw in some chopped frozen onions. Gives it a lot of flavor. It's a very cheap way to flavor your food. Man, I cannot think about browning ground beef without throwing in some chopped onions. Oh, see, that's not a skeleton. See, it's so dark out here, I can't see very much. I'll just kill the snakes. Kill them all. Imagine this many snakes out there. You'd be afraid to walk in the grass. The fear of snakes is like hard-coded into our DNA too. And you'll know this because when you see a snake you're walking through the grass and you see a snake, your body will react before you even register what you're looking at. Before you realize you're looking at a snake, you're already jumping and you get that hair in the back of your neck stand up. It's a reflex, is what I'm trying to say. It's coded into our DNA. And you would think about, if you believe in evolution, that's like an evolutionary thing, right? If you're more prone to react to a snake quickly, you avoid getting bit. You can imagine in the early days of civilization, no feet protection or leg protection from critters that bite and sting and poison. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the big boys now. A Qeynos drone. Let me run over. Let's get that one over there. All right, Qeynos drone. I'm not full mana, I'm not full life, but I'm gonna go for it. Actually, let's go for this one. Oh, worst timing. Minor shielding just wore off. Anyways, let's go for Qeynos drone for the grand finale fight. 5 damage. 5 damage. One more spell I can get off. He interrupted. Actually, I think I got it off. Now he's making a strong comeback. So close. We got you. Big XP. Yeah. Ooh, the queen was right next to me too. That would have been disastrous. She would have strung me up. Tan my hide. So killing the Qeynos drones is probably the best way to gain experience right now. Let's do one more. So you want to get some really good light effects. Let's do a frost bolt on a drone, and you'll see the ground light up behind the projectile. It acts as a light source. All right, I got enough mana to do it. Attack the worker, and I'll bring him right back over here. Ooh. Try not to get any ads. So watch the projectile, the light source of the projectile. Look at it light up the ground. Isn't that so cool? Easily got off 3 spells. Almost 4. Still plenty of mana. See how good it went? Well, see how well it went? An easy way to gain life is just turning your bone chips to the... I forget his name. Lashun Novashan. You turn in 2 bone chips to that guy. I'm gonna kill these null pups. Check the ground. Ooh, I hit the wrong guy. Oh, crud. Look at that, I did 6 damage with my dagger now. Oh, a skeleton. No. Uh-oh, run. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. I'm going to go make my spaghetti, enjoy my Sunday. I went and watched Wicked 2 yesterday. I think I already talked about it, but I actually saw it. A skeleton. I need the scimitar. So when you gain one more, when you get to level 4, the next set of spells, is she gonna make it? Oh, crud. Did she die? I don't know. Anyways, guys, that's gonna end this episode. Thanks for watching.